What if I told you that the most powerful woman in American media was once a silent, broken child, wearing potato sacks as dresses, abused, abandoned, and told she'd never be anything? But she didn't just prove them wrong. She redefined what it means to rise. This isn't just the story of fame. This is the untold billionaire journey of Oprah Winfrey, a story that will make you cry and leave you inspired forever. Oprah Gail Winfrey was born in 1954 in the rural town of Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Her teenage mother couldn't raise her. Her father was a distant figure. So she was sent to live with her grandmother in a house with no electricity or running water. They were so poor, Oprah wore potato sacks stitched into dresses. And at just 9 years old, something darker began. She was abused. By people she should have trusted. Again and again, when she spoke up, no one believed her. So, she stopped speaking. She hid her pain in books. Reading became her escape. Stories became her secret weapon. At 13, she ran away. At 14, she gave birth to a baby boy, who died shortly after. The grief was unimaginable. But somewhere inside her, something awoke. I will not let this be my ending. She moved in with her father in Nashville, a man who valued education, discipline, and structure. For the first time, Oprah had a bed and rules. She started speaking again, and when she spoke, people listened. In high school, she won a speech contest. The prize was a scholarship to Tennessee State University. She studied communication. And at 17, she got her first job at a local radio station. She wasn't chasing fame. She was chasing truth. By 19, she was on TV, but producers said she was too emotional, too raw. They replaced her, demoted her. But what they saw as weakness was the very thing that would one day make her unstoppable. In 1984, Oprah moved to Chicago to host a struggling morning show. In less than a year, it became the highest-rated talk show in the city. By 1986, The Oprah Winfrey Show went national. It wasn't just another show. It was a mirror for millions of Americans. She didn't just interview celebrities. She talked about things no one else dared. Child abuse, addiction, mental health, forgiveness. And she did it not from a stage, but from the heart. Oprah shared her own battles, her trauma, her weight struggles, her failures. She cried on screen, and when she cried, America cried with her. She proved that strength isn't about hiding your wounds. It's about showing them and healing anyway. Soon, her show became the most watched talk show in the world. She wasn't just a media personality. She was becoming a cultural force. Oprah wasn't satisfied being someone else's employee. She wanted ownership, so she founded Harpo Productions. Oprah spelled backward. Now, she owned her show, her brand, her narrative. She created O Magazine, Oprah's book club, and eventually her own TV network, OWN. Every move she made was intentional. And every time she spoke, people listened. Her influence moved books to bestseller lists, gave unknown voices global platforms, and made real issues impossible to ignore. Oprah used her wealth for more than just comfort. She became one of the most generous philanthropists in America. She donated millions to educational causes. She built the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa. She gave scholarships, funded shelters, and uplifted marginalized voices. Her purpose was always clear. I want every girl who's told she's nothing to know she's everything. She wasn't just changing media. She was changing lives. Behind the cameras, Oprah was also healing. She explored spirituality deeply, from traditional Christianity to universal consciousness. She invited authors, thinkers, and spiritual teachers on her show, and she helped America ask questions it had buried for decades. Who am I? What do I really want? What does it mean to live a meaningful life? Her legacy was no longer just about television. It was about transformation. By the 2000s, Oprah had interviewed everyone from Nelson Mandela to Beyoncé to Barack Obama. In fact, her endorsement of Obama in 2008 reportedly brought him over 1 million votes. She became the first black female billionaire in history. She won the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and in 2018, her Golden Globe speech shook the world. Some even called for Oprah 2020. But she never chased politics. She chased truth, always. She taught us that your past doesn't define you, that vulnerability is strength, that authenticity is louder than perfection. She taught us that no matter where you come from, you can rise, you can heal, you can change the world, simply by telling your truth. So the next time someone says you're not good enough, or life breaks you down to your lowest point, remember Oprah. Remember the little girl in potato sacks, who wasn't supposed to make it, who was told to stay silent, but who chose to rise, to speak, to lead, and in doing so, became one of the most powerful women the world has ever seen. This was the untold billionaire journey of Oprah Winfrey. Not a story of fame, but a story of courage that can live in all of us.